Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's Rajasthan PG Medical registration demo for NEET PG 2024. Now Rajasthan had started the registrations 2 days back on 25th. Like we always mention, we'll take 2 days at least to go through the entire registration process, then bring it out for you in terms of detailed registration demo with all the fields and every detail clearly mentioned. We'll be going through every field in detail. One, Rajasthan has not come up with an end date for the registration, so there is no rush, but it is always better to close it if you are as early as possible. Second, Rajasthan has clearly mentioned that there is going to be a one-time registration. Like the last 5 states, there is going to be a one-time registration for the entire process. There might not be another registration. Even if there is reduced cutoff, we don't know whether those candidates who are currently eligible will be eligible for registering at that point in time. So please register now if you are interested. And third, there is another thing. Rajasthan has not come up with the information brochure yet. If you want to wait for the information brochure, you can go ahead till they notify a last date or an entire schedule. The registration might not close, but your call. If you're anyways going to go register irrespective of the security deposit or other details, please go ahead. There's some confusion saying that Rajasthan might come up with some security deposit later, etc. Last year's were very clear. Right before round 1, you have to pay a security deposit of 2 lakhs if you're looking at private institute seats. Rajasthan is an open state, so you have both private institute seats and available basically government institute seats and private institute seats. 50% of the government seats and 50% of private seats in Rajasthan's universities. There are state private medical universities. They are available for candidates who are MBBS from Rajasthan. Only those candidates who are MBBS from Rajasthan or medical officers or medical teachers serving in the government of Rajasthan. Basically, you call them in-service candidates in most of the states. So either MBBS from Rajasthan or medical officers or medical teachers are eligible for the 50% of government seats and the 50% of private seats. These 50% of private seats are termed the government quota or general quota. These 50% teams which are under of seats, private institute seats in the government quota are at a slightly lower fee structure, but only this set of candidates are eligible. If you are a domicile of Rajasthan and an MBBS from another state, or a foreign medical graduate, as of last year you are not eligible, but please note that the prospectus is not yet out. Always wait for the prospectus and then take a call, because any change can happen, like it happened in Gujarat 2 years back. Changes can happen, so wait for the prospectus. Not giving hope, but always cross check. You should be the same criteria, but if there are changes, you can always cross check. For the rest of the 50% private seats, 50% go into the government quota. The rest of the 50% private seats, candidates across India are eligible. These are termed management quota and all India quota separately, all India seats separately, but don't worry about the terms. It is just a matter of fee structure, different fee structures, etc. But everybody across India is eligible. These are open seats. If you go to ZyNerd and click on open seats, you will be able to see at what ranks these are available. Rajasthan is one state where at high ranks, basically you will have higher ranks, you will have clinical seats available, but the nature of, you will have to evaluate on the institutes whether there is enough academics, etc. before getting into the institute. That is a requirement as far as Rajasthan is concerned. Just do without an evaluation, please don't go ahead with it. Just do a proper evaluation. Eligibility, we'll look into the we had looked into the eligibility. How do you go in? You go into neetpg2024.org. This is the link, and then as you go in, you will enter this portal. So here you see the notifications, and then on the left pane you have a lot of links. It is these links that will help you get into help you throughout the process. There will be one link for each of for everything. Almost Rajasthan gives you a link basically, and then you will have the notifications and the scroll messages. A lot of notifications in Rajasthan don't come over here. They come over here in the scroll message place. So please keep looking at notifications over here too. They will put up a simple notification saying tomorrow something is happening over here without any proper notifications. We will get these scroll messages in ZyNerd as notifications. If you follow ZyNerd, you will not miss that. And next is over here, this first step to start is the application part 1. You will have to complete part 1 of the application, and then through the candidate login, complete the part 2. Part 1 of the application, you can consider it like generating a general login with basic details. So you click on this, it will take you to the next page, which is a general disclaimer or an agreement page. You just give your consent over here saying I agree, and then proceed straightforward. Enter details as in your scorecard. This is where the check happens, like you would have done for all India. Your roll number, name, father's name, mother's name, date of birth, exactly as in the scorecard. Even if there is a mistake, I wrote my name against my father's name, that is how it is in the scorecard. Enter that exactly. whatever in case your name is against the father's name in your scorecard, what will you enter here? Your name. Only then system will allow. So date of birth you select and then say validate over here. Now once you enter and validate, it will take you to this page. This is after validation. This page will have medical, mention, stream, and then roll number, name, father's name, date of birth, which are pre-filled. You cannot edit them. This is what you had already given earlier and validated. Next you have the list of the fields that you will need to select before you submit. So these are the complete list of fields that you will need to select before you submit. We will go through one by one. So first part is you have all the details which are pre-filled. Then you select your domicile. This is very critical. With your domicile as Rajasthan, you will be able to claim reservation for the government seats or any seat of Rajasthan. So always be very clear about this. Select Rajasthan. Once you, if you are a domicile of Rajasthan, you can also select others. Note that if you select Rajasthan, if you are a Rajasthan state candidate, then you will have these options: general, SC, ST, OBC creamy layer, OBC non-creamy layer, MBC creamy layer, and MBC non-creamy layer. So these are categories within Rajasthan, and you will have to select your specific category specific to Rajasthan. We'll just show you. Once you select general, you will also have Rajasthan as EWS reservation. You will have, do you belong to economically weaker section question will pop up, and then you can select yes or no over here. If you select, so basically EWS is selected after selecting Rajasthan. So if you're doing it on a mobile, you might have a confusion. There is no EWS. Select general and then go on to the next field for EWS. If you can select SC, directly you can go ahead. If you select ST category, then you will have a specific field which asks specific query which asks, do you belong to ST, STA? So if you belong to the scheduled tribe areas, then special tribe areas, then you can go ahead and select yes over here or no over here. So ST then can select yes or no. If you select yes over here, then for ST candidates you will have to enter the place where of STA that needs to be, that a particular area needs to be entered over here. So this is the check that happens. If you select no, obviously you don't need to enter the area, and then you go on to the next step. Here we are taking the example of a Rajasthan candidate who has applied for PWD. PWD yes or no. If you select yes here under PWD, then you will have to select the certificate, disability center where you got the certificate. This is from the 16 disability centers which are annexed to the MCC PWD notification, or in, the disability centers which are attached. So just the certificate issuing center needs to be mentioned over here if you select PWD as yes. So select PWD as no, you don't need to mention anything. So this is pretty much what you need to do. So basically you will select your domicile state and your category, and you be in case you select your domicile state as others, even then you will be able to select all these category and PWD. It might not be used, but you can select the category. Possibility has to do with eligibility, but you don't have a reservation for other state candidates. Very clearly, Rajasthan candidates alone have reservation in Rajasthan for any seat, including the private seats. Other state candidates do not have reservation in Rajasthan. Even if you select any category over here after giving domicile state as other, you will not be able to get the reservation. Rajasthan follows a roster point based allocation. Only Rajasthan candidates will be called for at a reservation roster point. You don't need to worry about all this. I mean, get confused about the roster, etc. You can just go ahead and give, mention exactly what is right in the field. That will take you to the next page. Now you can give your email ID, the cell number without 0, phone number very clearly without 0, and your date of completion of internship. Complete that and click on submit. It will take you to this part 1 summary. Once you complete this, your entire set of application part 1 is over. Check every field over here. In case you want to edit, please edit. The application fee is 4,000 rupees. If you belong to general, OBC or MBC category, SC, ST category candidates, the application fee is 3,000. Irrespective of whether you belong to, if you belong to another state, then your fee is 4,000. So except for SC, ST category candidates of Rajasthan domicile, everybody else pays 4,000 rupees. Click on this, submit. It will take you to the payments page. So it will say the data has been successfully saved, and proceed to the payment. Go to the payments page. Payments page, we can see that NEFT or RTGS is available. We would not suggest you to do that option. Usually Bharat QR or UPI works, or net banking works. Cards were not available here. Maybe it was available at the bottom. Cards image is not available here. It was available. It will be available as you scroll down. in case cards will be available as well. Once you make the payment through this payment gateway, you will have this image, this screen coming up, this confirmation coming up with your application ID and password. This is very, very critical because many candidates miss out their application ID and password at this stage. They just say, okay, this is confirmation, and then go ahead. You click here, at least you will get your application part 1 print also. You can also take that, but your password will not be there as part of the print. So just by saving the print, don't think that you will be able to get your password again. If you miss the screen, then you will have to go to recover. So get your application ID and password over here. This will be similar to this. It's not an actual application ID. This will be similar to this. PM1232 is the name of the application ID, and the password is a 6-digit number that you will have. This you can change at a later point in time too. Let us say you miss out your application ID. You missed this entire thing. There are a lot of queries on that too. That is why we are saying this. You miss out. You made the payment, you got this, but you missed out on the application ID or password. You have, once you go on back to Raj NEET PG 2024 .org, there you will have the recover password or registration ID, recover registration ID. Which is the registration ID? This is the registration ID, this is the password. You will be able to recover those. Once you click on recover registration ID, you will have this screen. Enter your NEET PG roll number and the date of birth and email ID or transaction ID, any one of these. If you have your email ID is sufficient, and say recover, it will take you through a process of recovery. Next, if you have a recover password, you know your application ID, it is there in the printout that you took. This printout you took, you have it, but you don't remember your password, then go ahead and say recover password, give your application ID, date of birth and email ID, you will get the recover password. You can recover your registration ID and then recover your password too if you don't have both. Hope this is very clear. Now you go on to the next stage. You go back to the screen and then go to candidate login. We have completed the application part 1. You go to candidate login, which is application part 2. You start with the candidate login page. Application ID and password is required, and then go on to these set of sections. Now basic details, qualification details, ultrasound course, upload documents, declaration, preview and final submit. You might sound like 7 sections, will take you only 10 to 15 minutes to complete it. Basic details, here one basic thing is, here it appears as application ID label, stream label, name label, etc. It is an error is what we assume. It will be corrected soon is what we assume. As of now, your application ID, stream and name should be available over here, but it is not available. It should say medical and your name and application ID should be visible. Not available. Don't need to worry about it. You can go ahead and submit too. But in case there is you want to wait because the last date is not yet provided, you can wait too. They will definitely correct it soon. Salutation, you start with these. In the first page, basically on the basic details, you will see name, date of birth, father's name and mother's name. These are non-editable fields because you have already confirmed those, and those are directly from what? From the NEET PG scorecard. You start with this particular screen and then you complete all till 14. All the 14 you need to complete under the basic details, 14 items that have been asked. So first we'll start with the first one. Salutation, you can select the salutation, Mr., Miss, etc. Gender you can select, address you can select, city you can select, and then country. So these are basic fields. Country, when you select, if you select India, then you will have to select this state and then further the district. Once you select your state, it will also give you the district. Select it from the drop down and enter your pin code. If permanent address is same as the present address, check on this, automatically it will be pre-filled, otherwise fill the permanent address again. This is for India as a country. Now let us say you select other as a country, you will have to enter the country's name over here, and then no other address is required, just a pin code is asked, and you can just say select as no other details of state and district is required. You just select pin code because you said the other country. You just mention a zip code or something over here, and then present address you can check on if it is the same as the permanent address. So this is for those candidates who are from other countries. You can mention the country name. So then you will have to enter your other details over here, right, starting from 9, the STD code and the phone number and the cell phone. This you can give any number, any local number, landline number, or you can also mention any number, that is also sufficient. In case you don't have that, mention +4 for something, that is also sufficient. Need not necessarily be an exact number. Nobody is going to call you on this residence phone. Don't spend time on it. You can just give us generic number too, or mention your mobile number split into two, that is fine. Cell number with 0, this will be a mode of communication, so please provide your proper cell number in case OTP comes in at a later point in time. Alternate cell number you can give, it is optional. Email ID and domicile state. This domicile state is a non-editable field. Where did we select domicile? We already selected domicile right at the beginning, we would have selected domicile over here. So that domicile is what flows through. You will not be able to edit because you have already made the payment and everything based on domicile. You also selected your category. So that is not a non-editable field. Why is domicile used? For reservation again. Nationality, there is no domicile based. Eligibility for government seats in Rajasthan, domicile is for reservation. Nationality, you can select your nationality. Now where your residence is different from what your nationality is. Your nationality might still be Indian. If you are an NRI, you might reside in another country. So select your nationality. In case you select India, then you will, one second, sorry. Okay, in case you select Indian as nationality, you will, there will be nothing to be filled in, right, if other. In case you select other over here, another nationality, then you will have to write your citizenship status. If you are a Canadian citizen, mention Canada, and if you are a citizen of USA, mention US citizen, and save and next. That is what you need to do. Simple. Your first set of basic details are done. You can always go back and edit, but this is done. As far as basic details are concerned, that is done. Now you come to the MBBS examination. First is name of the country. Select India over here as the country, and then go on to name of the state where you passed MBBS. Now this is exactly so we'll come to that. MBBS country you can mention over here. Then if you select other than India, you mention the name of the country where you have done MBBS. FMGs will enter other than India and then write the name of the country over here. If you write other than India, the name of the district where you passed the MBBS course, state where you passed will be disabled. But if you mention India, then you will have to enter all these details at a later point in time. So select India. We'll taking an example of somebody who has selected India. Obviously most of you would select India. MBBS state. This particular field defines your entire eligibility. So be very clear about it. If you are from Rajasthan, then you are eligible for government seats in Rajasthan. If you are not from Rajasthan, then you will not be eligible for government seats. Those who are looking at open seats, who are not MBBS of Rajasthan, then you select other state. If you are from Rajasthan and you are looking at both private seats and government seats, later you can, during security deposit payment, you can select both. Select Rajasthan, you will be eligible for both. Other state candidates, only private institute seats 50% are available. Select the name of the state, select the university. If you select other state, the other universities will also pop up. So select the name of the state, name of the university, name of the district where you passed your MBBS course. The districts will also pop up for every state. Name of the number of attempts in final year MBBS and the final year MBBS and the final year MBBS marks obtained. This final year MBBS marks obtained. So basically one attempt means the first attempt you cleared. There is some confusion on that. I cleared in the first attempt, but there is no 0. First attempt means first attempt, so mention 1. So if you cleared it in the second attempt, it is 2. So marks obtained, mention the total final year MBBS alone. Be very clear. Final year MBBS alone, total marks, and the marks obtained in final year MBBS part 1 and part 2 accordingly. Now once you are done with that, enter your service criteria. Who is this for? This is for Rajasthan in-service candidates. Some candidates who did not do their MBBS here from Rajasthan, they would have mentioned other state. But if they are medical officers or medical teachers in Rajasthan, they are still eligible, correct? So even if they have mentioned another state here, by mentioning that they are in service from Rajasthan, they will be eligible. That is what this service criteria is. So basically, A is for MBBS from Rajasthan or other category open seats, and B is again for those who are looking for government seats in Rajasthan based on their MBBS in service on their in service criteria. Service category, if you are from other state, no issues at all. Service category, you can select in-service, non-service or senior demonstrator. Senior demonstrator is relevant for Rajasthan only. If you are from, let us say, Tamil Nadu and you are an in-service candidate, then you can select in-service over here and then select whether you are working with government of Rajasthan or not. In-service from Tamil Nadu and no here because you are not working with the government of Rajasthan. You say no because you are working with the government of Tamil Nadu. Means you will not get any in-service reservation. No use in it, but still you can select it. You previously Rajasthan used to have a criteria saying there was no bond for other state in-service candidates. We don't know whether this has to do with that, but currently that provision is not there. At least last year they did not have that provision. So as of now it is not there. So in-service from Tamil Nadu saying no here might not have any benefit, but give what is true. Now next part is you can say in-service and yes. So these are in-service candidates in Rajasthan. So when you say yes, you will have to enter all your details. When you say no over here, no details need to be entered. If you are in service and from Rajasthan, this entire section needs to be filled. You need to fill your designation, the name of the employer, place of district posting, and the place of present posting, and the district, the place where you are posted in, and district, and then save and next. If you select no, obviously not from Rajasthan, obviously everything will be disabled. And if you are not an in-service candidate at all, then nothing is relevant, so all will be disabled. Most of the candidates will select non-service over here, because you are applying for those, at least whoever is applying under MBBS only criteria, MBBS from Rajasthan criteria and open seats, most of them will select non-service here. Service is service with the government, any government, okay. And then senior demonstrator, obviously you will have to select where you have been working in Rajasthan. This is only relevant for Rajasthan. Senior demonstrators have specific seats in Rajasthan, kind of separate counseling, but don't need to worry about it. If you are not applying as a senior demonstrator, not relevant at all. Do you want to participate in the 6 months ultrasound PCP NDT course? If you want to participate, click yes, otherwise no. If you are only looking at MDMS courses, this is not an MDMS course, this is a 6 months course. So basically, if you want to apply for a 6 months ultrasound course, then do it. Otherwise, if you are looking at MDMS or courses, then it will be no. Final one, we have come to the upload documents section. Here you have your photograph, signature to be uploaded. This is in JPG format. JPG format 40 KB minimum, 40 KB maximum, and then other documents, caste certificate and degree certificate have been asked. Because we selected a caste, you can upload this document. This should be 300 KB and these two documents should be in PDF format. You can either upload your degree or final year mark sheet, that can be uploaded. If you have confusion, take your degree, final year mark sheet, both, attach all of them together and then upload it, that also is fine. This is our upload document, 4 documents to be uploaded in this scenario. Some of you might not have a caste certificate because you have said other state or general category. This will be available for everyone. Save and next. You can also view your upload documents or change it at a later point in time till final submission. Save and next. Now you get to the declaration page. Enter the declaration and say I accept, but always know that you will have to check and review every field before you do the final submission part. So I accept, still there is a preview, and here you will see all the details. You are supposed to see all the details, but still it will say label till the end. Some, I don't know how many labels. Unfortunately, there is an error. Many candidates are facing this, I think. If you have your details, well and good. If you still see label, the only place you can check is go back and check every information that you have typed. That is a problem that we are also facing now. Some candidates, I'm sure most of the candidates are facing it. You obviously have an option. End date is not mentioned. Wait for it for the labels to change to actual information. Or second option, I'm very confident about everything. Go back and check everything, whether you have mentioned the right ones, and then go ahead and submit. This should not be a problem. Check and review each field. We have already mentioned 4 or 5 times. This is assuming that this label changes at a later point in time to right information. Okay, so as of now it is like this, at least till this morning. I'm not sure whether they have changed. If they have changed, then make a difference. We are doing it on, we've done this on 27th morning. So that is how it is. So, and check and review every field. Finally, do a final submit. After a final submit in Rajasthan, your security deposit has to be paid before round 1. This is the process as of last year. There are groups where there have been information saying that security deposits will change, this will change, that will change. We don't have information yet. Don't go by such information. Anything in a group which is where there are candidates competing with you, we suggest you take information with a pinch of salt. It might be good information. Many will help you out in good faith. That 2 or 3 people who misinform, don't take that at least. Now, it might change in Rajasthan, it might not change in Rajasthan. The current scenario is there is no GO, no prospectus, nothing confirmed. That is the exact current scenario. No information bulletin, no one has confirmed to you. Anything on bond, especially JK bond, changes in bond, implementation of bond, etc. There will be a lot of misinformation. Don't go with that. We also have seen other candidates in Rajasthan groups mentioning that it might go up to 5 lakhs in the second round, third round it might go up to this, that, etc. The notification, the information bulletin will mention what it is exactly. Currently we don't have that. Wait for that. No end date has been given. If you want to wait for all that to wait, you can wait. Otherwise you can click on final submit. whenever you're comfortable or okay. Once you give your final submit, security deposit has to be paid before choice filling. They will give you a schedule where this final submit will happen, verification will happen, and then they will tell this time to this time, just before choice filling or around the time of choice filling, security deposit has to be paid. That is later, not now in Rajasthan. So wait for the security deposit payment, not now. The schedule will come up. In the schedule, they will mention it. So in case there are any changes, like security deposit needs to be paid immediately, there's some change, etc., then we will let you know. As of now, you have paid the 4,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees right at the beginning. The final submit is what is pending. Okay, so that is pretty clear. I assume it will also ask you for a confirmation. So just ensure that you submit after getting everything confirmed. Even if you want to wait for this, wait for it for a few days at least. They will not close without intimation. So we have done this. In case there are any issues, please let us know. Any queries too, please let us know. We will get back to you with the next demo. The next demo possibly will be Jharkhand. If your Jharkhand is not an open state, but we are still trying to figure out if any institute has applied for PG, a private institute, one private institute in Jharkhand has applied for PG. We'll get back to you on that. So that is pretty much. Any queries, if you're a ZyNerd subscriber, always call us. We'll be able to respond back to you on your queries. Thanks a lot for watching.